Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel and welcome back to another video. So it is the 12 days of Vlogmas and the kids and I are coming to you with all kinds of videos this week. We have vlogs, day in the lives, we have themed videos, we have cooking videos, we're just hanging out doing nothing videos, budget updates and all kinds of things. But during this video, we wanted to talk to you about gifts and gift giving. So over the last couple of years, if you've joined me and followed this journey for any length of time, you know my story. My name is Shakema for any new people. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I'm a single mom. I have 4 children. I have 2 girls and 2 boys, 28, 22, 14, and 9. They will soon be 15, 29, 23, and 10. Just that's in the order of their birthdays. And we are a divorced family. So with that being said, all things are split between mom and dad. Also, several years ago when we were still married, we would do this thing where I'm sure a lot of people feel the pressure of the holidays, and we would, when I say we, I mean my ex-husband and I would take credit cards and we would buy Christmas. And it didn't hit us that we were financing Christmas over the next year to pay for it for this year, but we were still paying credit cards plus interest, over the whole next year. And finally, something hit me one day, and I wasn't even taking Dave Ramsey at this time, and I just said, this is ridiculous. I think my oldest son was probably Jackson's age, and he wanted something that cost $1,000. I don't even know what it was. I can't even think in that type of thought process. And my ex-husband seriously was considering buying it. I mean, he's trying to figure out where he's going to get this money from. And something went off in my head like, are you crazy? We are not buying something for $1,000 for one kid. At that time, we just had the 2 children. I said, we're not doing this. So, and it did not make for happy times at our house. But I knew we had to scale back. I knew we couldn't do everything that the kids wanted. So what I decided to do, and he was not on board. So if you're a single parent family or a divorced family, you do have to take the other person into account. Well, we weren't divorced at that time, so all that's irrelevant. I made the decision how we were going to do Christmas from then on. We were going to allow family members to purchase anything they wanted to purchase for our kids. We sent a list every year. Hey, this is what they're asking for. Not required to buy anything, but if you want to, here's their list. And I told him, I said, listen, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords got 3 gifts. He got 3: gold, frankincense, and myrrh. That's it. The kids are getting 3 gifts. That's it. Period. Point. I don't care. And I said, we're only spending $100 per kid. And of course, we only had the 2 children back there, but we were in so much financial situation. So we had to make that plan. Since that time to this, of course, we are now divorced. We have 4 children, and I have kept that going in my home. So again, if you're a divorced family, you kind of have dad's things and mom's things. But for our household, I do 3 gifts, 3 main gifts. So the day after Thanksgiving, my kids sit down and they write out their list, and then they give it to mom. This year, they actually filmed their list, and I will put an iCard in the sky so that you can check out their wish list. Then I look at the $100 that I have. I have $100 per kid. This is what I'm able to purchase, and I look for 3 kind of big items off their list, or at least 1 big item. I go to their list and I look at what they have. I try to pick at least 1 big thing and then 2 smaller things that they have asked for. They also get a stocking, and in their stocking they get things like a new toothbrush, they get their own personal size toothpaste, they may get floss, most times they get new socks, new undies. Alana might get something like nail polish things or, lip glosses, new hair bows, whatever they like. I do try to put that in their stockings. The biggest thing for our family is who can we bless with a gift? Like, what family do we know that doesn't even have enough to buy one gift? We're getting 3, but this family doesn't even have enough to buy one gift. So what can we give away? So I was on Pinterest the other day, and I found this list. It's from scatteredsquirrel.com, and this is Santa's wish list. And this is something that my kids and I would sit down and do. So I have 4 children, and what I would do is I would write down all of their names. So let's start from oldest: Shamika, Trandon, Alana, and Jackson. And then I have 2 extra boxes at the bottom. So we're going to write in family and also friends. So I have to always remember what my budget is. This year for Christmas, I had a $700 budget, so I'm writing down $700. I knew that my kids were going to get about $100 a piece, maybe $150, just depending on what they wanted. I know the older kids don't usually get that much, so I would probably set about $50 per older child, and I'm just writing that on my list. And then I would do $150 for the younger children. And the reason why I did that, again, I have a 28-year-old and a 22-year-old. They both work full-time. They're both self-sufficient. They don't need a lot of things from mom. And the little kids are here with me. We're in a totally different situation than we used to be in. So it's just them, it's just us, and we're okay with that. So on my sheet again, this is where I would write in those amounts. So for Shamika, she's getting 50, Trandon's 50, Alana's 150, Jax is 150. Again, this is not etched in stone, but you know, this is how I'm planning for gifts. That is $400. So I have $300 left. Well, I thought about it, and again, I want to go back up and do about $100 per kid. So I'm going to erase out the $50 and put in $100 for each of the older children. So $100, $200, and $300 is $500. So I'm allocating for my children $500. That leaves $200 left, and I'm going to do $100 for family and $100 for friends. With that being said, we have specific things that we do. We do a gift exchange every year with a certain amount of people. So they're going on my friends list. So right now I haven't written anything else down for my children except their names and their dollar amount. Then I'm going to my friends list. So I have a friend, her name is Bree. I talk about her all the time. And then she has a little girl named Rania. And so we always exchange gifts with Bree and Rania. Then we also exchange gifts with our pastors. So I'm writing their names down here. And then Alana and Jackson exchange gifts with a little family with the 2 girls, because our kids and them were in homeschool together since Jackson was in 1st grade. So 5 years. And so we will put them down. Aslan and Carmen. And every Christmas Eve, we get together with these families and we exchange gifts. I have to do for my sisters, so I'm going to put my sister's name on my list. And then my friend Kelly, I always exchange gifts with her, so I put her on my list. And then we get to Alana. Alana needs extra money because she needs to buy gifts for every person she knows. So I have to kind of rein her in and really focus her. Okay, these are your BFFs. So for Alana, I'm going to put on her list. She has, how many BFFs do you have, Alana? She has Sarah, Rosa, Ava. 3 BFFs. Then she has Gabriel, Julian, and Nyla, which are the little kids whom they used to stay with their mom when we first started homeschooling, and she was the babysitter. So that's 6 friends. So we would write down Rosa, Ava, Sarah, Gabriel, Julian, Nyla. These are Alana's friends. These are nobody else's friends but Alana's. Then we cannot forget little Miss Brooklyn. Brooklyn is in our church. She is 2 years old. So Alana is, of course, the helper in the class. So Brooklyn usually is in one of her classes and she's their BFFs. And so she had to get something for Brooklyn. Then we had to get something for little Shane. And so when we get things for the little kids, we don't include their parents. We just get for the kids that are special to us. So Gabriel, Julian, and Nyla are special to to my little kids. So Jackson will jump in with some of his Christmas money and he will take Julian off of Alana's list. So Jackson gets Julian. So we put Julian back up here. Now Alana has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people on. This is just Alana, her own self. And Jada, excuse me. So Jada and Braxton, who are my niece and nephew, must have gifts. So they go on this side of the family list. So again, I have my kids at the top. They have nothing in their boxes. And we have focused on all of the friends. Landy, Kelly, Jada, Braxton. And then these are all, this is the family we exchange with. And these are Alana's friends. So then what the kids do is they go down and they think about, okay, Mom, is there anybody else? Well, not a person specific, but they do Taekwondo Secret Santa, so we have to have 2 gifts for that. So I'm going to put down TKD times 2. So we have to get a gift for them. So again, this is how we're allocating for our $700. And it doesn't seem like a lot when you look at all of these people. But if you think, okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 people, $100 is going to be like $8 a piece, $7 to $8 each. Well, that's 15. So like $6 a piece. So I'm looking at roughly $6 per person. Now here's the thing. If you don't have that money, don't spend it. These people on this list know we're on a budget. Hey, you know, we don't have it this time, or at least talk to the parents. None of these people asked us to buy gifts. These are just the people we want to do for. If we didn't have the money set aside already, which I took from my supplement, then I am positive that my kids would say, it's okay, Mom, let me buy something out of my money that you're spending on me for Christmas, and I'll take, you know, 2 or 3 people and we'll buy something for them. As Mom, I want them to get all of the money I set for them. So I try to take care of their friends if I can. If I can't, then I'm not going to worry about it. For me, I already took the money out in October. We went shopping starting Black Friday, and we shopped up until now, and we've pretty much done very well because I ended up having about $100 left in my budget after we bought everybody everything. So I'm still planning. We do have to get something for the grandmas. So there's 2 grandmas. So grandmas times 2, my mom and their dad's mom. And then there's a cousin, Cora and Keita. Those are 2 cousins that they have on their dad's side. So we try to focus, and again, family gets 100. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have got 7 family members. So that's about $11, $12 a piece. And I've already, again, allocated for those funds. So on my list, I've got all the family and friends that I think I'm going to buy for, and then I go back up to my kids. So what did they ask for? Shamika asked for a juicer. She asked for a cookbook of raw foods. So I got that. Then she asked for a coat. She asked for boots. She asked for a crock pot. And then she asked for some GRE material to study for a test she has to take. So those were the things she asked for. Trandon asked for a jersey. And that was really all he wanted. He wanted a jersey times 2. He didn't ask for anything else. So if I look at what the older kids asked for, and I've already spent enough, or I bought what they asked for, I can then take the overage that's left from their pots of money and either buy them a gift card or a gas card or I can put it towards the little kids. They're happy either way. They don't care. Last year we gave Shakema, I think we got her a grocery card, and Trandon, nope, we didn't even get Shakema a grocery. I didn't buy the bigger kids much last year because I was having a financial situation. They actually helped me get for the little kids. So I don't even think Trandon got anything last year. And he was okay with that. You know, he's 22. He'll be fine. Then we go down to my little kids. Jackson is probably the hardest person to buy for because he never wants anything or anything that he just doesn't. He's not a thing person. He likes stuff, but he's not an asker for. He asked for some books this year. He asked for a Vega, which I still have no idea what it is, and I'm not trying to find out. He asked for some more Nerf. He asked for animal books, or he likes animal documentaries. And so that was his list. He didn't really have a lot of stuff. Alana wanted My Life. She wanted clothes for her My Life. She wanted the sequins pillows. She asked for some books. She asked for a gift certificate to Claire's, which she loves. And really that was all she wanted. But she wanted to spend the majority of her money on her friends and her little kitty friends. So that was it. So if you're doing a list like me and you have to account for every dollar, by the way, I got this jiggly pen from Dollar General for $1, and it is my fave. They wanted to spend their money on other people, and I give them that right. But again, I still make sure they have what they need. So as far as planning for gifts is concerned, I'm pretty much done. I've got my list of everything that my kids ask for and every person that we need to buy for. Now, if we know specifically what somebody likes, we will definitely put that beside that. So for my two girlfriends, we are doing my favorite things. That was our theme for this exchange. Even though the things I have are not my favorite things, they're my favorite categories of things for their gifts. So I know that I'm doing that for them. Keita, who's one of the cousins, is an adult. So I'm making a note about that. Jada does cheer. She's my niece. Braxton is into sports. He's a sporty guy. So I'm just going to make notes beside each of these names because people, the kids might look at this list and go, I'm not really sure what to get Braxton. Well, Mom wrote down that he's a sports guy. So maybe I'll get him something sporty. Rania and Bree, who are mother and daughter, I'm making myself a note that they're mother and daughter, and they love to do things together. So their gift is going to be a together gift, something they can do together. Partly because me and my daughter like to do stuff together, and I believe that her and her daughter like to do stuff together. So we're getting them a together gift. Now she is married, and I already told her I don't buy husband's presents. Sorry, she'll have to buy her own. Tim and Diane, now they're my pastors. I have bought them together gifts before, so it is perfectly fine to buy them something together. And then Aslan and Carmen. Carmen is really shy and quiet. Aslan is not so quiet, so she is pretty loud and excitable. The other kids, Ava, Rosa, and Sarah, are Taekwondo kids. Gabriel, Julian, those are old friends and God's sister and brother. And then Brooklyn and Shane is into music. So what would we like to get for him? So again, I just make this list, and then anybody who's interested in what's on the list, my bigger kids may pick something for these people. You know, if the little kids run out of money, but the grandmothers still need gifts, the big kids will just jump in and say, hey, we'll get grandma something. Or last year we did homemade gifts. We did a picture album of all of the kids because I didn't have the money to buy it. So we did picture albums that I found at the Goodwill. And I actually found my mother a serving tray, a food tray that had pictures on it. You can put pictures under it, under a glass. And so she loved that, keeps it up in her house to this day. So that's how I plan for Christmas for my children. Now, for my ladies group, which I absolutely love my ladies, we try to plan for 2019 before 2018 is over. So I actually started looking for books probably back in the summer for our first book that we'll use in the new year. I got several recommendations, and the book that I chose for the ladies is Lisa TerKeurst's The Best Yes, Making Wise Decisions in the Midst of Endless Demands. And this says, are you living with the stress of an overwhelmed schedule and aching with the sadness of an underwhelmed soul? So in this book, she talks about how to deal with that. And as I'm looking around the cover, which is so nicely done, it says, I dread saying yes, but feel powerless to say no. All of us have been in that situation. I hope there's more to life than just my to-do list. I do want to live a little. I want to get my things done, but I want to live a little. I'm a little overwhelmed and a lot worn out. I mean, most of us have gone to bed tired every day because you've had so much to do. I'm drowning in the regrets of too many commitments. You say yes to everything. I'm a yes person. Yes, yes, yes. Shakema, can you? Yes. Shakema, will you? Yes. Shakema, yes. Shakema, yes. I found it very difficult sometimes to say no, even though over the years I have made that happen more. So anyway, this was a good book for us to study. So as is my tradition, I always try to give away at least 1 to 2 books every time we pick a book. I try to buy someone a book whom I know needs it, whom I know may not be able to afford it, or may not be comfortable with the ordering process online. So I pick a person to gift a book. This year, of course, finances being the way they are, that was not going to be possible. But there was a Santa. A Santa came into my inbox and they said, I am gifting you with a certain amount of rewards dollars. I order from thriftbooks.com, and I want you to buy every lady in the group a book. So we were gifted, it did not come out of my personal monies, we were gifted enough books for the ladies. And so I am sitting here with my envelopes. I did have to buy the envelopes. And I am going to personally address these and send these books out. Now, I'm going to also put in a bookmark that I have had. I ordered a pack of them, different sayings or scriptures, and I just keep them and I give them out as necessary or as needed or as I'm led by the Lord. And so I'm going to make sure that every lady in the ladies group gets a bookmark. I started this tradition last year with sending them something. Again, it doesn't have to be a big something. It can be a little something. Last year, every lady got a new journal, and I think they got a different bookmark, something that reminded me of each of them. So it's personal. For me, these gifts are personal. For me, the ladies group is personal. I know a lot of YouTubers say they feel very close to a lot of their YouTube subscribers, but these ladies I get to be with every single week, and a lot of them came from YouTube, from my YouTube channel, over to be with me. So it is my pleasure and my honor to share with them, but Santa made it so that I didn't even have to come out of my pocket with the money to buy the books, even though I would have counted them into my $700. They were gifted. So I'm going to be sending these out probably at the end of the week because I want them to have them before the first of the year. And that is how that's going to go. So pretty much my kids list, my family list, and the additional friends list is already done. As I start buying things for people, I will go ahead and cross things off my list. For my daughter, I've gotten the juicer, I got the cookbook, she got the coat, we got boots. The little kids pulled together some of their Christmas money and bought her a crock pot. And my older son is taking care of her GRE material. Then for my son, he wanted some jerseys. So my daughter and I, we went in together and we bought him a long sleeve something with Barcelona or whatever he asked those places that he asked us to buy, you know, with the names on them. We got those. We got him some socks. We got a keychain. So we got a couple other things that he can keep with him. So he is squared away. For Jackson, a couple of his items are already off the list. And then I can safely say that I can check off my sister, my friend, my niece. The kids just got something for my nephew Braxton last night. My friend and her daughter are taken care of. My pastor's wife, I have something, but I don't have anything for my pastor. But I saw something on Shelly's channel this morning where she was showing the little rolly cart that she was scooting around her kitchen because of her knee. And I think that my pastor might be able to use one of those. He has a detailing business, and I know a lot of times they have to get on the ground, you know, and do the lower, you know, exterior of the door. Maybe they have to do the interior of the car or whatever. So maybe that's on their knees or something like that as they're trying to vacuum stuff out or whatever they're doing. So I was thinking I'd get him one of those, and maybe they could roll, you know, he has some employees, but whomever's using it for the shop, they could roll around as they were doing that. So I'm going to be looking for that particular item to see if we can still get it. May have to be after Christmas, but we'll see. Aslan and Carmen, we got those. We got the Secret Santa gifts for Taekwondo. And then I think Alana has all of her gifts for her little friends. And we have something for Shane, who we call the little friend. So there it is. As you start working on your list, you can actually start checking things off. And then you can keep a running total if you want to of the amounts that you spent. So if I know for Shakema I spent $78, then I know how much is left from the 100 that I allocated, and where can I put that? Maybe Trandon needs something extra. Maybe the little kids need an extra, or maybe I'll just put the balance of that in a gift card or a gas card or something she could use. So anyway, there it is. I just wanted to share with you how I kind of plan and process gift giving for my family, and how we did have the $700 that I had budgeted for Christmas this year, and everybody so far on our list is done. I do have to get one more present for Jackson, so y'all pray for me that I can find something that he likes. I don't know. I'm gonna try. But anyway, there it is. So thank you guys so much for joining us for this Vlogmas video, and we will see you in the next one. Bye now.